Mm. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all get on. Let me know something when you're on. Cause oh man, we done throwed it at it. We done throwed it at it. We done went all old school. I'll try to be careful not to bump this table. Um, if this works here, will you share it to the page, please, ma'am? So we'll see if anybody wants to venture back on after we messed this up about 100 times now. Um, wow, that's all I can say is wow. Brandon Sproul, have you even been on to any of the other ones, Brandon? It's been a nightmare, son. Straight up nightmare. Nothing cool about it at all. Again, y'all jumping on, please share. I'm so sorry. It has been a absolute what we call it, disaster from the word go on episode one. And I'll get still here in a minute since I'm not so mad. So y'all just bear with me. Uh, we should have a guest on here yet. Let's see. Um, will you message him and tell him something? No, let's see. Well, maybe I can do it right here. Let's see. Um, I swear, y'all, this is like foreign to me because I'm used to doing it through my other stuff. Okay, so we should have a guest get on here in a minute. Thank you, Stephanie. We have tried the internet's fine. Something else is going on wacky, so I couldn't get the system to work. So then we try to go live from just straight up Facebook off of the program. Let me get this off this just a little bit because it's bumped over perfect. Uh, all right, so let's see what I do now. There it goes. So you should be on, oh homie. Okay, so we do have a guest now. Hopefully y'all can hear. James, are you on, Cat?
Yep,
Okay. So we can't see you or nothing for some weird reason.
that's a good thing for y'all.
It's safe. It's safety first, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
safety. That's it.
yeah, all we see is some dude laid back here. But hey, uh, well, it's like right on it, ain't it? I need to back up more. What? Well, I need to be like way back here, bro. Like 3 degrees. You know? Okay. Tell me if it gets better. So sorry for that close and personal. I don't know what the heck is going on. So I brought in the secondary video, but um, I'm not sure if it's doing what it's supposed to. So y'all keep me posted. Stephanie, you might be the one there to
Hey,
let
I'm
me
gonna
know
back.
how it's working.
I'm gonna back out of here and go back in see if it helps.
Okay, he's gonna go out and come back in. Um, I see he didn't do it earlier neither. I was like, turn the camera on. Anyways, Three Wide Dirt Nation, I apologize so much for episode one. Going to suck so bad, but uh, I'm not one to give up, and I think that's the overall key here is to not give up. Episode one has really been a nightmare and frustrating as all get out. We had intentions for all this wacky cool stuff, and it didn't quite work out that way. So here we are doing it old school. Definitely not what I had in mind, but it's going to work. We're going to get the point across, and I have it figured out for this next one. I assure you that. But uh, do I got to reinvite him back in there? Or what? You can request to join. Okay, so I tried it again. But anyways, there he is. There's that dude. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. James Brown. If y'all don't know who James Brown is, well, you've probably been out of racing and not paying attention. But this cat does a lot. We've had a lot of. So close. Am I still so close? Oh no. So we've had a lot of
Hey,
conversation.
we gonna have to scoot back. That's too much ugly in one
I,
frame, Charlie.
dude, I'm already halfway across the house. I can't even like see the letters no more. Like this, I don't even know why it does this. So somebody's gonna have to teach me on this part of it. Is it still that way? Well, mine's behind. Oh, yours is behind. Okay. Hold on. If y'all know how to change the cameras, that'd be great. We're kind of such a learning curve. So, anyways, uh, James Brown does a lot in the racing community. Not only does he just announce at Grayson, but he does a lot for all the racers. and races involved. Why is it so large? Stephanie, you need to go and tell us how to make these cameras small because this is too much in that face. You know what I mean? We got to get these grills out. They're too close. That's just unbelievable. Is it still that way?
You're just not a low profile kind of guy, Charlie.
Dude, I don't know if I can back it up any.
Let's hope you ain't gonna back it up.
No, not like that. Shoot. Okay, we'll do this here. Y'all bear with me. We're gonna see if we can get way the heck back here. Like I'm so far back, I can't see it now. But anyway, so James Brown does a lot for the racing community. I think he doesn't always get noticed for the things he does positive for the racing community. Is it still bad? Turn your phone sideways, and you don't want all that view. So, anyways, long story short, I met James. Man, it's been a long time ago. Back when Greg and Raina had the track.
Yep.
I was friends with Greg. James was doing promoting, selling, advertising. I came in lettering signs. James got me set up lettering every sign on the racetrack. Let me tell you, there were some challenges, old son. I had the signs laid out on the kitchen floor trying to make stuff line up. We did that for a long time. So that's when I met James, and I've just known him ever since. Always a good dude.
He's back up.
He's back up close. So, anyways, just always a good dude. I went to him about 2 years ago about this idea, and we batted it back and forth with content on what we're trying to do. And at the end, we both want to do something great for racing. We want to do something good for the community. James is always trying. I want to try, so we're going to kind of come in. So James is going to come in here and do a little bit of helping on this thing because I'm going to need it, obviously, as you can tell. But it's going to be good, and we're going to get the content good and where it should be. But that's kind of the gist of why James is here. So moving forward, James, like, what do you got in the view for next year? You got any changes? Anything drastic happening? Like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, Grayson County is going to be Grayson County, and obviously we're going to be there every time the doors are open, and that they'll have me. I'll be there. Obviously, there's going to be changes with racing, of course, but like I don't see anything as far as classes or any of that. I'm not privileged to any of that information. I'm just a paid loudmouth, pretty much, and so I'll know about that stuff when everybody else does, pretty much.
Right.
As
long as you're still there announcing, I mean, that's kind of a positive note.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. They can't get rid of me that easy.
Right. It's going to be too difficult. It's kind of, I like going to Grayson because I know you're announcing, and everybody's going to have their, tough days, what have you. But I've seen you put life in them stands. I've seen you put life in the crowd and what's going on, and it's cool to watch. It's cool to see it take place. I honestly think it's that personal touch. You do got to know some drivers. You do got to know some people on the track. But I think that's what generates the coolness of it all. You're not just talking about somebody across the sea somewhere. It's somebody you see on a weekly basis, and I think it generates good content on the track. So now you put that outfit on that you wear occasionally.
No, we
have to do that this year.
We ain't. There's no reason, man. Facebook land's not big enough to talk about that.
I just want to let you know you didn't have to do that this year. We could just totally leave that out.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, I think that we came to an agreement. But I think to hear it from you personally, what is your thought on the struggle that we're having in our racing community? Do you have any input as to what we can do as a whole or a group to make it even better?
I mean, to accurately answer that question, the answer is all about who you're asking, in my opinion. Everybody has their opinion about what's wrong with racing, but I don't think there's enough people focusing on what's right with racing.
Right.
Some people want to talk about what's wrong with this or what's wrong with this or what's wrong with this person or this track or this whatever. People, that conversation is going to go on until the cows come home because those people are always going to be around.
Right.
The longevity of the sport is going to be dependent upon how many people start talking about what's right with racing.
Yeah.
Give credit to the tracks that are doing stuff to bring people in, doing things the right way to make sure they come back next year.
Right.
You know, because if everybody's just a rookie for 1 year and then everybody falls off, that really is not helping the sport, to be honest with you.
Right. Yeah.
So we got to find a way to project a good image for it. We got to get it out there for the public to see in a positive light. You know, a lot of people know Grayson County. Everybody knows the fans there are as loyal as you're going to find anywhere.
Right. Agreed.
Doors are open. They're going to be there.
Right.
But I don't think the rest of the local community even knows about that racetrack and even knows about the Belchers or the Marquezes or the Whitworths or the Rainies or the Whites or any of the other racing pedigree. And I like that phrase because they're all extremely talented in what they do. I don't think they know about that community, that it even exists. You know, there's how many businesses that are coming into Sherman, Denison, Greenville, that all that stuff. You've got to project yourself out there as something they want to be involved in. And once you make it work well, it's going to spread. Word of mouth is key in a small town, and there ain't a big town between here and Dallas anymore.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of small little towns, and when you can collectively reach out to your whatever is local to your mailbox and project a good image for the sport, it's going to naturally have people curious. They're going to want to know more about it. That gives you an open door to bring their backside, trackside, and show them what Grayson County is all about. Show them what Hunt County is all about. Show them what Rocket Raceway Park's all about. Project your track and support your sport so it has a chance to live past our junior limited drivers right now. You know what I mean?
I agree. And you know, kind of backing off of that, that's kind of the mindset behind what this website's designed to do.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked before, and it's not in a disrespectful manner. I want all the racing to be great everywhere. But let's face it, we live right here. And if we can make right here great, then we're all going to be great. You know, if
Absolutely.
again, if we know that so-and-so down the street's building chassis, why are we going 5 states over to get chassis or motors? Or you know, there's so many people here with great talent in these businesses and in the sport that we're not utilizing and using. And it's not necessarily, you may pay a little bit more, but you know how much better that customer service is typically when it's that close to home?
Yeah, it's right around the corner. You're gonna see him Saturday at the racetrack if you got questions. Yeah, you know, it just makes sense.
And I think that's a good standpoint of where we need to be is backing what's local. And if we can keep the money, I hate keeping money somewhere. It sounds like a bad word, but if you keep the money local, it's going to generate and be better, you know. Yeah. And if we can get, I know Grayson never has a problem with fan count, but we struggle in other tracks. It happens, you know.
Yeah.
If we can get those people in town that don't necessarily know what's going on Saturday night out there to know what's going on, and it may not be that they like racing. But they know little Jimmy because he's their, you know, so-and-so down the street's great grandkid, and they're racing a junior car, and that gets them involved. And if we can get that involvement, dude, I mean, it's no limit. But they like to see what's in their backyard, you know, like what's happening right here.
Yeah, the local tracks provide entertainment that no other kind of venue can do for you. I mean, you can go to the movies. You can go to the movies all you want to, spend as much on that as you want to, spend as much as dinner, you know, for dinner before the movie, but you're still just doing dinner in a movie. You can't feel it. You can't smell it. You don't get to, you know, interact with the drivers, go through the pits after it's over. It's a whole different feel. And if you can't reach them and make them come out there and see that, they don't know what they're missing. I mean, it's their loss, because if they do, there's a solid percentage that's going to get involved with the racetrack or whatever, and it's going to be a good deal for racing and for their business as far as that goes, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to generate good business back to these people that are coming into the track and helping support it. And it's just good all the way around. But like I said, if I always turn on racing, whatever, I'm constantly seeing people that are other states further away than I want to see. And it's always nice to be able to reflect on something right here. And I think that's kind of key for us. It's kind of key for this area is because, I mean, this is an amazing opportunity for this area. It's an amazing place to be racing. There are great tracks here. They're great racers here. I mean, you want to talk about competition? There are dudes here will knock you out of your seat real quick. I mean, there's some competition here that's unreal.
Yeah.
And there are some media outlets that are getting that noticed. There are. But I think we need to generate more. I think we need
Absolutely.
more here. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my mindset behind that. But all in all, it'll be good. I think, this past year has been a struggle for everybody. I think it's just been a rough year. I honestly hope and think that this year is going to be a little better.
Yeah.
The downside to that is a lot of racers, a lot of tracks, promoters have already went through the suffering. And a lot of them don't want the suffering anymore. You see a lot of cars right now that are up for sale. They get out of it, selling everything, and
Yep.
I hate to see that, but at the same point, you understand it, because
Oh
this is
yeah. Yeah.
competition,
You can't live in the world that we all live in right now and not be able to understand why people are selling their stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it's just about how much fun do you want to have and how long can you afford it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of
Exactly.
what it's gotten to. And like you said, it's sad to see. Obviously, there's going to be a turnover rate, if you want to call it that, every year. Racers that you see getting out of it, stuff like that. But there's definitely nothing good that comes from seeing somebody post their car for sale. We're getting out. Whatever the case may be.
Right.
So.
It sucks to see it, for
It
sure.
does. It does. And if you can build up the local community around you enough, you can still make it feasible to stay involved in, until we get through. Because, I mean, it's been tough for everybody just in the last 2 or 3 years. Everything going through the roof makes it harder and harder to be able to visualize yourself staying involved for a whole season. It um, makes it even harder to make a rookie of the year run or something like that. Just to put a whole season together because there's so many things that are up in the air right now that nobody knows how it's going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of
So it's
scary. It's sketchy. Yeah.
so
I think it's going to be a good year. I'm getting show stuff. Well, Roy Caps. Oh, Roy Caps. Hey, if I haven't yelled at anybody on here, it's because we have to stand 80 foot from this phone. Because I assure you, this is not how we wanted episode 1, but we went through nothing but struggles tonight to get it up, but we ain't quitters, so we're going to make it work. James, I got to know, I mean, is your electric bill like really high? You got every AC on in the house over there right now, or what? What's going on?
no, why? Oh, I see what you're
I,
saying because of my
I,
hoodie.
well, I
No,
got no sleeves and I'm sweating. I don't know if it's because I'm nervous that you're in front of me or what, but dude,
yeah,
it's a lot.
it's ice
It's,
water running through these veins, man. I know you're all
well,
twitchy and butterflies
yeah.
and probably got to go poop and all that. But anyway,
It's kind of sketchy, scary,
yeah,
but it is part of it. Um,
yeah.
what have you heard? I seen a comment a while ago. What have you heard?
Come back up.
Some rules. She's got side talkers. What have you heard about rules? I've seen a little bit floating around. The IMCA changed some stuff on the modifieds, on the floaters and all, and the brake system, brackets, and all this. Have you seen anything drastic that I hadn't that everybody's freaking out yet, or what?
I have. I've seen the same thing as everybody else. It's going to
Yeah.
affect a few guys. I've seen that they've made a bunch of changes to some stuff, but I don't know exactly in specific what they've changed. Something about the 3 links or the 4 link cars or something. There was something about training arms or something, I think. Um, Other than that, I haven't really seen a whole lot of that stuff. I've seen it on social media as I scroll, pretty much
Yeah.
how it is.
That's me. I don't have any great info behind it because I haven't got the details.
Yeah.
I actually went and looked at onto the website and looked at some of them, but other than that one, that's only drastic thing I've seen kind of happen through IMCA. I hadn't really looked at anything else yet, but just curious if you've done any more reading than I did because
No, I haven't had a chance to. To be honest with you, man, I haven't had a chance to. It's been very eventful here for the last about week and a week and a half. So, but I have seen that they've had. IMCA every year they come out with some. Usually they come out with a couple different changes. And it's almost like they're doing it just to shake things up a little bit so people don't get comfortable with what they got.
Yeah, change it up.
Don't quote me on that, but you can quote me on that.
Yeah. We'll side quote you on that.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, there's going to be changes every year, but I don't think that I've seen anything super drastic. But then again, I haven't gone all the way through the rules or anything. I've just seen other people posting about it and their comments and stuff like that. So
I know I seen Weir's came out with I don't know, 2 or 3 new products to accommodate for that change. They look pretty good. I don't know. We don't run that in, so I couldn't tell you. But
Yeah.
somebody's already made a step to, try to alleviate the problem, make it a little bit better for everybody if that
Yeah.
was a big issue. But
Right.
I've seen somebody mention it as far as brought it up. You said you're busy. I don't stalk your Facebook, but I have seen you do a lot of pool stuff on there. What is this, a new gig or what? What are we?
No, that's a pretty accurate statement. I play pool probably 4 or 5 nights a week. So we do tournaments and run tournaments and have fun and take people's money and
Yeah,
make them like it. And
yeah.
no, we have a good time. Like I said, me and my kiddo, he kind of got a job back last summer working at a little pizza bar here in Bonham, and so I was always hanging around pool tables. So we just started playing again, and here in the last 6 8 months, it's been 4 or 5 nights a week. We're usually running in a local tournament here in Bonham or Sherman or Denison or something. So.
So we have to show up out there if we want to catch you in around the pool. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It ain't.
I'm not coming. I don't want to lose my money. I've lost enough money playing pool. I've learned
I
my
will
lesson.
play you for free 99. You
Free
won't.
99. No,
Yeah.
that's I have
Won't
in my
cost.
pocket. It's free 99.
Won't cost you nothing but a Jack and Coke because I can't give you free lessons.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that can be expensive. It just depends on where you're at. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. That ain't no lie.
Yeah. What we got? We got Hunt County. This is the only one I know about. Hunt County on 29th for the Gobbler. We
Yep.
our third annual. Should be a good show. I haven't really looked at forecasted weathers and all. I try to stay away from that, but I think
Yep.
this week we got some midweek rain, which definitely wouldn't hurt the scenario at all. Kind of excited and ready for it. We're gonna let Mr. Coop take his little ride out there and see how he does with some Hot Wheels out there. He really
Yeah.
likes.
You know how he's gonna do.
Well, we're hoping him in the car at least keep it in the dirt and keep it clean. That track can be a little different at times, especially when you've been out on dry slick. Well, I wouldn't say dry slick. We've been at Grayson all year. It hasn't necessarily been the dry that it's always been, which I'm
Yeah.
not mad at, and that's another story we'll talk about. But
Yeah. It's like how much time does Facebook have this evening when you
yeah,
get into that topic, man?
it's just the good and the bad and the ugly, and I don't know. It really sucks. Again, this website was put together with zero tolerance for bashing. And
Yep.
that's absolutely where it's going to stay. Whether it be the track owner, driver, fan, I don't care what it is. Zero tolerance. And that's another deal we get a lot of is track prep. And you see it
Yep.
always. And, there are nights it probably does suck. There are nights it's probably bad. But you know how hard it is to pinpoint whose fault that was? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
stuff just
The
happens,
the biggest thing to remember is that everybody has to race on the same track.
Yeah, and it's no
So
different than you being a professional racer in the grandstands until you get in that race car.
oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's different. It's kind of the same scenario. You get behind setting up the track, and it's a little bit more than you think. And I know there's always a change that can be made. There's always a change that can be made in the drive. Everything. But
Yeah.
I think we have to learn that we're going to get crappy days on the track as far as how the track's done. We're also going to get crappy performances on how we drive or set a car up. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
you're going to have to take it all. And I think if again, we quit bashing these people that sometimes put in a lot of dedicated work for a little bit of nothing. And understand that we don't want to be in them shoes. They're not near the shoes you think they are. So,
Yeah.
But again, it's just part of it. I definitely hope that this year has a turnaround. I hope that we got a lot of people wanting to kick this off in the right direction. On the 3 wide thing, we got a forum set up. It's going to take forever to build this forum. It's going to be tough. But there was a time in our younger day where we used to get on the forum. There was a few of them and ask questions, figure something out, learn something new, find out where the race is.
Yeah.
A bunch of detailed stuff. And there was drama in there as well.
Oh,
But
there ain't ever no drama in racing. You know better than that.
there's not typically, but there's unwanted scenarios, we'll call it. So we're hoping that thing can kick off because here's the deal I said the other night, and not in a rude manner, but let's face it, we got to support each other. Whether we're driving on the track or we're paying money for the track, whatever. And as a driver, man, we really wear other drivers out sometimes, and we really beat them down, especially drivers that are, figuring something out. And some of these drivers aren't working with the same equipment you are. Some of them just don't have the knowledge.
Right.
It could be something simple. And I'll tell a little story here in a minute, but sometimes, when that guy's banging you in the door and you're running off with the race all the time, you're so mad because he always comes up the track, hits you in the door in the middle of the turn. Man, next race, don't get so mad at him. Go down there and talk to him. Tell him, you're having a problem setting your car up. Don't do it disrespectfully, but ask him.
Yeah.
And if you're so smart and you can do so good, help him out. Help tell him how to turn that car just a little bit different. And it's just that small touch, that little small touch, because at the end of the day, you really think he's going to come back and outrun you next week? Probably not, but he may not hit you in the door next week because you helped him turn his car,
Right.
So it's a win-win for us all, but it's going to be hard to get that mindset.
It's all about the approach.
Yes, it is. And a quick little story. This past year, we all know Chad Cox. I love Chad Cox to death. I've watched him my whole life. Him and Coop raced a lot together this year. And I mean some hardcore racing. And I told Coop again, don't give Chad an inch because he's going to take it from you. He's a hell of a racer and he's on it, son. So you be ready for him because he's going to come get you, Him and Coop raced door to door quite a bit. Well, one night, Coop came up and took his line away. Chad was just right on the edge of Coop's corner. And Chad respectfully came up to Coop's car as he drove by and threw his hands up. Well, Coop just loves the heck out of Chad, respects him, looks up to him as a role model, and, pays attention to Chad. So we got to the pit, and, Coop's a little bent out of shape. What's going on? So he told me a story. I said, well, dude, Chad's a cool dude. Let's just go over here and talk to him. You go do the talking, I'll go with you, So we went over there. And, of course, Chad pretty much forgot what happened. He had asked, well, what car was it again? So he told him, he said, well, yeah, you took my line away, He said, I'm not mad at you. I'd have done the same thing. I just came by and throw my hands up and let you know, hey, I was back there trying to get around you. I didn't mean nothing by it, But now Coop knows how Chad is as a person. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go over there swinging at him, or Chad didn't come over here swinging. We went over there and they had a conversation like two grown men and talked about a scenario. They know each other now. They know how this is going to work.
Yeah.
And it's no different when that car's not handling good. Don't bend somebody out of shape. Go try to help them out if you can. It sucks to tear the car. We totaled one this year. It's part of it. It's we don't like it, but man, we gotta help each other just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know, James. You got anything else? I'm kind of whooped after we spent half a day trying to get this live.
Yeah, I know you were kind of flustered. That'll take a lot out of it. You might need to go get you some cocoa pebbles and a graham cracker. I think you'll probably be all right.
I'm thinking so. Put a little chocolate on a cracker or something. I'm not sure, but yeah,
That's
that's
it.
too much. We'll definitely send this through the works and see what we can change for the next one because I'm not real sure at this point what we're gonna do, but the internet's kicking. The internet is kicking.
This right here seemed pretty effective. It didn't take a whole lot of finagling with all this extra stuff. The less, it's kind of like a race car. The less parts you got on it, the less that can break.
You're absolutely right. And there was no finagling when you came on, everything was working.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But
Other than only seeing half face.
yeah, we have to work on the camera, James.
I have to turn it sideways next time.
This is way too much when we're like this. So we're gonna have to figure out the camera angles.
I'll just sit back.
I'm halfway across the room yelling at it, and I can't even see nothing.
That's much better.
So we'll have to figure that scenario out. But again, James Brown, we appreciate what you do in racing. I know a lot of us kick in the knees sometimes just because that's how life is, but we know you can take it. But you really do a lot to promote racing, to promote what's happening here. And we need that. We need more of it because it's difficult times and we got to push what we can. So we appreciate it.
All good, man. Glad to help. And hope everybody's getting ready, man. It's gonna be a boring ass off season. We're gonna play a lot of pool.
Yeah, we might have to travel up there now that you mention it because we might have an extra $1 or two to come down there and play some pool because I like a little pool, but
come on with it, man.
I've been good at it, so
We'll definitely have some fun with it.
cool. We'll see what we can do. And again, like I said, we're going to bring James in. He's going to get a little bit done here on this whole 3 Wide Dirt Nation thing to kind of help us kick some stuff off as we roll. We got a long ways to go. We need all of y'all backing us because it's about us as a group. So we're definitely going to look and lean on y'all to help push this thing through. So, James, I appreciate you getting in, going through all the struggles today to try to get you live. Sorry,
You're good.
But hey, we didn't quit, Jack. We got that live in.
Yeah, right. We got 2 ugly people on here at one time that people are probably tired of looking at. So yeah, that's the way it works.
I mean, everybody's going to sleep well tonight. So
Absolutely.
all right. Well, 3 Wide Dirt Nation, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody jumping on here. And I guess we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Sound like a plan.
Bye.
All right, see you.
I could get a quick enough picture. That was the oddest.